Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a Valentine's Day kind of inspired kind of look. I wanted to create something for those of you who may be going out or want to get ready and want to like spice things up a little bit, take it up a notch for your night with your man, with your girl, whatever it is that you're doing. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. If you have not subscribed yet to my channel, don't forget to do that right now. The button is somewhere down here, you can do that, and also give it a like to the video if you enjoyed it. And yeah, let's get on with it. Okay, alrighty guys, so because this is going to be more of like a Valentine's Day kind of look, or like a date night look, I want to kind of mainly focus on the face, like on the complexion, because if you're going to be going out, you want your makeup to look nice. You don't want it to look like super cakey or anything like that. So on the eyes, we're actually gonna keep it pretty simple. I don't want to do anything too crazy, but I do want to do something that's gonna look that's just gonna like, what's the word, enhance the eyes. Like, it's going to be kind of like a cat eye. You guys will see what the hell I'm doing. I don't need to explain it. That's just chat. Let's start off with the eyes. I don't have anything on my face other than just moisturizer, so I'm gonna start off with a little bit of concealer to conceal the eyelids and kind of prime. I want to keep it kind of more on the natural. I want to say natural, but not exactly natural, because we are going to be doing kind of like a glam face, but I want to keep it more on the low. Oh my god, I have black on my face. What the hell? I want to keep it more on the light kind of side of things. Like, I don't want it to look like, I'm wearing a ton of makeup. I want to keep it more light, more airy, like if you're going to be going out for whatever it is that you're going to be doing, you want your makeup to look nice, all throughout the night. So you don't want to put on too much, because sometimes we can tend to do that because we get excited about makeup, but it don't look so good sometimes, to put on like 15,000 layers of makeup. So just try to keep that in mind. Like, you don't need a lot of makeup to look good and put together. Like, just kind of work in light layers and then build up, Go ahead and use my So Jaded palette by ColourPop and Kathleen Lights. I'm gonna go in with my Precious, which is this bony kind of color. I really hate the fact that this palette doesn't have a mirror, because it's like the perfect weight. Like, it's not super heavy. So if it had a mirror, that would be bomb. Because, like, for example, the Tati Beauty one, it's an amazing palette and it has an amazing mirror, but that thing is heavy. Like, I get tired from holding that. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on that. I'm just kind of setting the concealer, and because this eye look is gonna be like super like light in terms of eyeshadows, I want it to look kind of a little bit lighter than like my actual color. So like, this is again like a bony kind of shade, so it's gonna be perfect to kind of highlight the lid and add that more whitish kind of color. I'm gonna take a little bit of your gem, this color right here, which is a little bit warm and kind of like peachy. So I'm just gonna take that on that same brush. This is like a Morphe M218, just like a fluffy brush. So I'm just gonna take that, run it all through my crease, but I'm actually keeping a very light pressure on this brush because I don't want to apply too much pigment. So I'm just kind of going in with a very light hand and just blending that from side to side, so that I can have a very like, it's a very soft transition type of thing. That's pretty much it for the eyeshadow, believe it or not. I'm gonna go move on to kind of like the main focus of this eye look, because I want to create like a smoky kind of liner. So I'm gonna be using this Pretty Vulgar gel eyeliner. This is what it looks like. I really love the packaging. I haven't used this in such a long time, so I don't even know if it's good anymore, but we're gonna try it, see if it works. Just get an eyeliner brush. I'm gonna use this one. This is just like a very thin, perfect to do like wing liner brush type of thing, and I'm gonna scoop some out. But yeah, I haven't done my eyeliner like this in a very hot minute, so we shall see how it goes. The product still works. Like, it seems like it's not like super creamy, but it's like creamy enough to where you can work with it. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do with this is I just apply some on the brush, and I'm gonna take this and kind of create the wing shape. So I already have mascara on, but I'm just gonna go right underneath this area, just like that, to kind of create the outline of where you want the wing. So you can actually look forward and kind of, obviously you, depending on how you like your wing, go ahead and do it like that. But I'm just gonna very lightly kind of create like the outline of a wing, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna smoke out the top part. So I'm just very lightly kind of creating that, and I'm gonna stop about halfway through my lid, so I'm not gonna keep going with the liner. I'm gonna keep it about right there. Just kind of taking that and really pushing that on the lower lashes like that. I've actually never done a look like this, but I've always wanted to do one. So I'm just taking this kind of like, this is kind of like a flat concealer brush. Actually, it's not really a blending brush, but I'm gonna use this to kind of start off the blending process. So I didn't go in with anything on this brush. I just went straight like that, and I'm gonna kind of start blending out the top line. So right where we apply that liner, I'm gonna start kind of blending it out with this brush to soften it and make it look smoky. And then I'm gonna take a different brush. Oh my god, why is everything dropping? Take this one. This is like a little pencil brush. It's not super fluffy, but I feel like this one might work. And I'm gonna take a color from the ColourPop palette. I'm gonna take Stoned, which is this color right here, and I'm just gonna pick a little bit of that up on the brush, not a lot. And I'm gonna start using that to help me blend even further. So, but again, I'm keeping it mainly right on the line where the liner kind of stops, so that I don't bring it up too high, but just like a little bit, you know. So it should be looking something like that. Obviously it doesn't look as smoked out because right now I haven't really like blended the top line. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and I'm gonna take a bigger pencil brush so you guys can see the difference. And this one is definitely a lot more fluffy. So this one is by e.l.f. I'm just gonna take this, and your gem, which is the color that we used actually as our transition kind of soft thing here. I'm gonna take that and go right on the top line. So there, you guys can see that right away, just softens it a lot more. It just makes it look even smokier. Yeah, it's so weird because I've always seen these kind of looks, but I'm always like, I never do them, but I always wanted to do it because I feel like it looks so like sultry and like sexy in a way. Like it just looks nice, you know, it just looks bomb. So I'm just kind of building up the stone kind of color. So I'm taking some of the brush, going back to kind of add that intensity right where I want it, and then I'm going back with this other brush and just kind of blending to smoke it out. Point with this is the same thing as if you were doing kind of like a smoky eye. You want to keep building on the colors. You don't want to like apply a lot all at once, because the moment you do that, it'll be a lot more difficult to create that kind of like smoked out effect. So just take your time with it, build it up, like blend it out, you know, girlfriend, you know. Looking actually a little bit more messy than I wanted to, like right here. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is take a little bit of that precious shade, which is the like skin tone kind of color, like bony shade, and I'm just gonna go over that whole area kind of with that shade to, again, just blend it out. So once you kind of have the wing kind of blended out as much as you wanted to, you want to go back in with the gel liner. So I'm going to take a little bit more out of the little pot. I'm just going in there. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is kind of go over the liner to create a very sharp kind of wing at the bottom. So I'm just going to go in with the brush right at the bottom like that. And then I'm gonna fill it in a little bit, just again to bring kind of like that shape back, because once you start smoking it out, you will lose a little bit of the shape. So mainly just to bring the shape back. I'm gonna take this brush and just kind of go over the edges just a tiny bit. But there, yes, you guys can definitely see the difference. It just kind of goes from like, you know, sharper to like just blended. I'm gonna take this blending brush, and I think I'm gonna take a little bit of rose quartz, which is a little bit more of like a warm kind of browny kind of color. And I'm gonna use this to kind of apply it right on the crease. And again, I'm kind of brightening up the lid with my precious and this little pencil brush. I'm just kind of packing that to give the eyes a little bit more of like that smaller, and then it just kind of wings out here. Something like that. I'm gonna take a little bit of garnet, which is like this like a more reddy kind of tone kind of shadow, and I'm just gonna use that to kind of smoke this out a little bit further. Literally just took the smallest amount because I don't want it to look like too reddish here. I'm just taking a little bit and kind of place that on there, and then I'm gonna take a blending brush. This is actually like a blending brush, and I'm gonna use that to blend it out. Yes, I fucks with that. I fucks with that. Although here at the end it looks a little bit like too dark, so kind of using the color as my kind of eraser in a way. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye, and then I'll come back to do C face. So I'm done with both eyes. I think I'm pretty happy with how they're looking. Let's move on to the face. I just cleaned up a little bit down here because that liner is pretty old now. It was a little bit hard to work with, but we good. So I want to keep the eyes pretty matte, as you guys can see. So I want to kind of focus on the complexion because you want your face to look, you know, you want it to look sweet. You guys are seeing the reflection of the game, aren't you? I have the Raptors in the background. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. But I want to go ahead and apply before I go in with foundation. I'm going to use this Temp2 BoxyCharm highlighter. This is just like a liquid highlight, and I want to apply this just on the high points of my face. I'm just going to use this like dual fiber kind of brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of that and just apply that again to the tops of the cheekbones. At first it's gonna look crazy, but because we're gonna be applying foundation on top of this, it should look good. It should. On the tops of the areas where you want to highlight. I remember I used to do this a lot before, but I haven't done it in a minute, but I want to try it out again today because I don't know, I'm just feeling like it. For foundation, I'm gonna use one that is definitely one of my all-time favorites. I always go for this foundation when I want like a very nice kind of like natural look on the face. Like I don't want it to be too heavy or too full coverage or too like, you know, cakey. This is definitely the foundation that I reach out for. If you have not tried it from the drugstore, I 100% recommend on you trying it. And I'm actually gonna use the brush, the same brush, to kind of apply it with, but very lightly because I am gonna be using my Tati Beauty Blendiful to blend it out. But I'm just going to kind of distribute the product with this brush, which is another new thing. I've never actually used this brush for that, but you know, it's always good to try new things. And my Blendiful is actually dirty on this side, but we're gonna use the other side, which is clean. Okay, don't judge me. I've actually been using it a lot, the Blendiful, for like every day. I'm gonna be doing a new video, like an updated kind of video soon, because there's actually a product that has changed up my entire routine. Like my entire routine, okay guys? Like that's it's kind of a big deal because my routine is like completely different. Like my everyday routine I'm talking about, it's completely different to what I used to do because of a new product I tried out. So I'm gonna do like a full video where I talk more in depth about what it is that I'm talking about right now. But for now, just know that kind of a big deal. Another reason why I applied that liquid highlighter at the bottom is because I have noticed that with the Blendiful, your foundation can sometimes look a little bit matte and feel a little bit more matte than it is. So to kind of add a little bit more of like that glow, you can definitely apply like a liquid highlighter at the bottom and it'll work wonders. You know, it'll make you look glowy because I still look glowy, but not in like an over dewy kind of way, you know. And I didn't apply much foundation. That's what I love about this product, is that a little bit goes such a long way because it doesn't really suck up any of the product and it really like presses it into your skin. So it's such a bomb product. And look at that glow from underneath. Just looks hella good, hella good. Now that I've blended my foundation into perfection, or so I think, I'm gonna move into a little bit of concealer. I'm gonna use the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer. I haven't used this one in a minute. I wanna use it today. Just gonna go ahead and apply some onto this side first, blend it out because this concealer dries pretty quickly, and I'm just gonna use a different like pointy side of the blendable for my concealer, and I'm just gonna blend it in. Look at the difference. Flawless. Flawless. Alright. So, I actually didn't realize, but my camera stopped recording. So, here I am. I don't know where we left off, but I'm pretty much done blending in my bronzer, my concealer, pretty much everything onto the face. So, this is what it's looking like right now. You know what? I actually really liked applying my foundation with this brush. And I feel like it might be good for like those, maybe like those days where I want to apply like foundation, but like in a very quick way, like just like a very light kind of coverage kind of foundation, you know? I'm just gonna make sure everything's nice and blended into the face. This concealer is weird. I feel like I like it at times and at times I don't. Kind of wish I didn't use it today because I feel like it's looking a little bit dry. And then on my nose, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but there's an area where it's just like there's no concealer there, but I definitely apply concealer. So like, what the hell's going on? I'm gonna take a little bit of just powder, just a little bit, and set underneath the eyes just to smooth everything out, set it. So I'm just gonna use this to pretty much set the T-zone as well. Okie dokie. Okay. I want to apply a little bit of blush. So for blush, I'm going to use my Essence Blush Up, my fave. You already know. I actually washed all my brushes the other night, and it feels so good to use clean brushes again. You know? Even though I haven't been using my brushes all the time, but still, you know what I mean? And I do want to apply quite a bit of blush just because, again, it kind of brings some life back to your face. And for Valentine's, you definitely want to be alive. Okay? Definitely. I think that is about it for the face. Like, you guys can see, it looks like I'm full done, but it doesn't look like I overdid it. So you kind of want to keep it like that, you know, in terms of your face, because you don't know what's gonna happen then. Brows are filled in, and now for the lower lash line, I actually think I want to keep it bare like that. Yeah, I think I want to keep it bare because it just looks a lot more clean. Like, it really brings out the smokiness of the liner. I do want to, however, do a little bit of something on the inner corner. I'm gonna take this eyeliner brush and kind of create like a V here. Just with whatever's left on this. Didn't apply any more on it because, like I said, oh my god, because this thing is like pretty dried out. No. 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 I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara to make my lashes up here again. Now, I don't know if this look would look good with like a red lip. I feel like possibly it would look good. So, I don't know if we should try it. Just using a brush. Okay, so once I have that on there, I think this might be a little bit too much, but let's just go with it because I already took like 5 minutes to line, so might as well do the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's about it for the look. Super smoky, but it's still pretty easy to do. Like this look, it's fairly easy. I don't know that I'm feeling it with the red lips. I feel like it's a little bit too much. You know, and I feel like, especially for Valentine's, everybody's gonna go red, but I don't really use red lipstick. So we're gonna take it off. I'm just gonna go with my fave, the Essence and Happiness in a Bottle. I've literally used this so many times, but I can never remember the name. So yeah guys, that pretty much concludes this video. That is the makeup look that I feel like, you know, if you're gonna be going out for a date, or you know, you're just gonna be chilling at your house but you want to get ready, make yourself look a little bit better, you know, and whatever, this look is bomb. It's pretty easy. Like I said, just takes a little bit of blending on the liner, but pretty good, pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.